I think I was trying to avoid this like Northeast culture, and in Madison there's a very interesting like split. So the public dorms and the private dorms, and the public dorms are a lot of Midwestern kids, and there aren't that many Jews in the Midwest. Or in Wisconsin and Minnesota at least. So the public dorms weren't that Jewish, and I think that has a lot to do with my culture, and I think I didn't realize it until I went there. And the private dorms, were a lot of kids from the Northeast and from the Chicago area, which is a lot, very, very Jewish. So I went into the public dorms thinking, this is what I wanted to avoid. Why would I go back to these dorms and live with these people? And I found myself really lonely. I was like, there's a reason that I felt so comfortable at home or with these other people who had come from my background. We had those things in common, you know? So I found one other Jewish girl in my dorm of like maybe 500 people in that dorm, and there was one other Jewish girl, or that I knew of. Maybe there were others, but I certainly didn't meet them. And it was very strange because I sort of became an ambassador for the Jewish people. I think there were a lot of people from upstate Wisconsin who had never met a Jewish person before. And so I was describing things like what Shabbos is, and sort of like very clear, like, I don't know, things that are very obvious to me and very obvious to my non-Jewish friends in New York that were just like, wow, to these people from like rural Minnesota or rural Wisconsin, and it was really interesting to me. Well, definitely when the high holidays came around and I would go to temple, or I'd go to the Hillel, I think I went once, and I went to the conservative congregation for the other one, and just describing why we would eat apples and honey, or when Hanukkah came around, lighting the Hanukkah or the menorah or whatever, and people would like, ooh, ah, and it was sort of sharing those things with them and showing them my candlesticks, and I don't know, there was sort of this like novelty to a different culture that I had found the same way with my friends in high school that were of different cultures. So it was really interesting for me, but also a bit of pressure. It was like, if I'm gonna be your pathway into the Jewish people, what do I need to say and what do I need to not say?